Greetings, citizens. Justiguy has arrived and returned to the 100-line Last Defense Academy, where we've got a choice to make that will hopefully, sooner rather than later, get us out of this route. Kill the zombie Nozomi. Uh-oh, if you haven't seen any of this game yet, you're probably pretty shocked about all of those words. Let's see what Takumi feels. It's gonna end right now, isn't it? Memories of the times I'd spent with Karuha kept surfacing in my mind, one after the other. Yoshika was fighting hard for her life right in front of me, and all I could think of was Karuha's smile.
I can't do it. I can't kill her.
My vision blurred from unshed tears. My strength went out from me, and the power saw fell to the ground. It was at that moment that Nozomi struck. Oh wait, she was attacking Kyoshika, not me, right? Okay, I thought, it might not end here. She shrieked with a loud voice and turned to face me, her mouth still stained with Kyoshika's blood. In her eyes, I could see the reflection of my tear-filled face as I simply stood there, rooted to the spot. The reflection slowly grew larger as she got closer.
I'm sorry, Nozomi.
Sorry I couldn't protect you. Sorry I couldn't kill you. Sorry, I'm just so sorry. I closed my eyes and mumbled tearful apologies under my breath again and again. So does it end here, or do we get a save? Nope, okay. I gave too much credit, I guess. Bad end. Unless I felt my consciousness surfacing from somewhere dark, cold, and heavy. If you don't know why I'm reacting like that, look at the day. I could see dim light from behind my closed eyelids. When I opened them, I saw that I was laying face up on the floor of the gym. A thick fog hung over my mind, making it hard to think. I looked around myself to find something that might help jog my memory. Then I saw it. The sight the power saw lying a short distance away made me remember everything. After abandoning Kyoshika back there, I was attacked by Nozomi. But why was I still alive? I couldn't understand. I had to look for the others. I stood up and dragged my faltering body out of the gym. Where did Takemaru, Tsubasa, Gaku, Shoma, and Kurata go? I wandered around the hallways, desperately searching for anyone who might still be alive. Nobody here either. I hadn't detected anyone's presence, even after making it to just outside of the entrance hall. I was trying to figure it, as I was trying to figure it out, I heard voices from somewhere. We managed to pull through somehow. I was so sure we weren't going to make it. Oh, thanks to Kurata's specialist skill, that was all sorts of awesome. Oh, that's where they were. Wait, I wonder. Is this from the perspective of the zombie, maybe? It was most satisfying to be able to put that Veshnes woman in her place. Thanks for helping us, even though we kept you quarantined for so long. We would have been wiped out without you. Now that you've seen the power of the Osuzuki family, be sure to grovel before us until the end of time. They seemed to be talking about Veshnes. I had to join them quickly. I could tell they were nearby now. I broke into a quick run toward the entranceway. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely where this is going, right? Us 5 are the only ones left, huh? Will the zombies be burned up by the missiles along with the invaders? What? Hey, wait, look over there. What's there? What? Everyone turned to look at me before I could call out to them. No, it can't be. I was taken aback by how astonished they seemed, but I was too happy to mention anything about it. In sheer relief, I started running as fast as I could toward them. Speak of the zombies, and they show up right away. What? The zombies? I could see everyone staring at something behind me, but something felt off. A sense of dread crawled over me as I slowly turned. There, I saw bodies of those who used to be our comrades coming closer with snarls and growls. Yoshika was among them. She'd been turned into a zombie because I had abandoned her. Well, not like we can unsee them now that we're here. They're here. I'll hold them back. What? You can't be serious. No, there are too many of you for you to handle. Everyone just run. That was what I wanted to shout, but my breath caught in my throat and nothing came out. All of a sudden, The zombies started charging, all of them screaming at the top of their eerie, undead voices. Oh no, I'm not going to survive this, but I was wrong. Oh hey, there's Ato. Wait, what? The zombies ran past me as if I was invisible.
Get away!
Are we a ghost?
My way. This is my show. Y'all get the hell out of here and stay alive. Understand? You ain't getting your way. Not if Takemaru Yakushiji has anything to say about it.
Takemaru!
Bro Grower. The zombies converged on Takemaru all at once. I had to go to Takemaru before it was too late, but no, I can't. What was I trying to do? My emotions were all over the place. It felt like my mind was floating and couldn't settle in one spot. Darn it! Let's just get away before we're all wiped out. Sorry, Takemaru. Wait, guys, take me with you. I tried to call my friends, but again, no words came out of my mouth. I simply stood rooted to the spot, unable to do a single thing, and then my consciousness slowly melted away. What? I woke up in the metal shop despite having no recollection of going there. How did I get here? Where did everyone go? I remembered running away from the zombies, but nothing after that. I looked around to see if anyone might be nearby. Huh? Is that? A scared-looking Tsubasa was snooping around cautiously. I was hit by a sudden impulse to run over to her, but at the same time, the rational part of my mind screamed at me not to do that. They were the same conflicting feelings I had when I saw Takemaru being attacked. I had no idea what was causing them. Then I felt something else. I was flung away by something. Lifting up my head, I saw... Kyoshka! I was too careless. There's zombies in this room too! Run, Tsubasa, but Kyoshka shrieked before I could say anything and started charging at top speed. Okay, the twist is going to be at the last second, right?
No!
It happened so quickly. Kyoshka sank her teeth into Tsubasa's neck and began feasting on her flesh like a starving beast. Tsubasa was being eaten alive before my very eyes. Once again, I could do nothing but stare at the shocking scene. I couldn't even get to my feet. She's smiling. Aw, ain't that cute? As Kyoshka kept feeding, I caught a glimpse of Nozomi. The corners of her lips turned up. Was she smiling? The next moment, she got my eye. My gaze and the look in her eyes changed into that of pity. Come join us, Takumi. It'll be more fun that way. What? What did she mean? I didn't hear her say anything, but I heard her voice in my head. Then all of a sudden... A screwdriver pierced through her head and she collapsed on the spot, black congealed blood pouring out of her wound. I quickly looked over to see who had done it.
You damn mindless monsters, just drop dead already. I'm gonna hunt down and kill every last one of you.
As I looked at Gaku standing there, trembling in rage and sorrow, something inside that had been holding me back burst apart. My mind completely shut down and I gave my body over to my uncontrolled impulses.
Get away from me.
Ga? I looked down blankly at Gaku as I fed on him. There was no sadness or guilt, nothing. Nothing except the excitement and satisfaction of filling my senses with the delightful taste of blood. I looked over at where Nozomi was laying. Her eyes were empty and clouded over. She was just a lump of inactive flesh now. She had no way of communicating with me, and yet...
You finally joined us.
I got the feeling that was what she was saying. I slowly regained consciousness until I could see light. The body of Shoma lay in front of me. He'd been completely drained of blood. Oh, Shoma's dead too. I probably killed him. My hands and blood were covered in thick, fresh... My hands and blood were... what? Where did she go? I must find her. I must. Kurara, I must. Oh boy.
Troops!
Day 100? Who cares about that? Kurara must find. Where is she?
No! No! Get away from me!
finally found. Why run away? Don't run. I must. I must. Oh, I must. What if I just don't? Is that a choice? I guess not. See, this is where you include like a secret ending where you just do nothing for like 5 minutes and then you get the ending. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Please let me live. Why so scared?
Please! No! No!
Oh, I'll use that as the thumbnail for this episode, and you guys will think there's actually some meat left to this root, where there absolutely wasn't. Kunada, you've got it all wrong. All I want is to kill you. You see, now stop wasting your energy on sad vibes. It's not figuring out how to keep us alive, you pathetic peon. Takumi, don't ever leave me alone, wah? You guys weren't coming back, so I came all this way to look for you. Did you get lost or something? I must. Oh, wait a minute. Or it's gonna be cheeky and it'll say eat her or eat her. Even get a little. This is gonna I'm guessing this is gonna be the least satisfying one. I don't know. Must.
An omnidirectional attack.
See, they could have done a whole thing where you know Takumi is like all fucked up from having had to kill, quote unquote, from someone dying because he spared Nozomi and having to grapple with the fact that there's a Nozomi zombie running around. That could have been a whole fucking route. Instead, just, hey, lol, you were a zombie for the rest of the time and you didn't fucking do it. And then it ends, right? I'm waiting for like a zombie to be crawling on this, but I guess not. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Also, this is the first time we get to see inside here. That's funny. Oh dear.
The pod has successfully left the atmosphere, switching to automatic flight control.
Oh no.
Until arrival at artificial satellite. Repeat.
Oh dear. Now credits. Yeah. Okay. I'm milking this one a little bit. Slasher route, Flight of the Living Dead. Haha, a pun. I feel like the fact you can see them all lined up like this, whereas like down here. What? They're more spread out. What? Hold on, am I crazy? I don't know. Whatever. Let's get the other one. Surely something interesting is gonna happen, right? And we did nothing with like zombie invaders, zombie. At least it looks like this route is gonna be completely self-contained, which I'm very thankful for. I say this as undoubtedly that it's not gonna be the case, but who knows? It's your future. I can't do that. Screw that up. I must, Kurata, must. Protect her? Question mark. already! I must, Kurata, I must, I want!
No! Leave me alone!
This is... That's it. You're all gonna die for this!
Kill you! I'll kill all of you! You're all going to die for this!
You go.
I'll kill you! And you! And you! And every last one of you! Just die! Die, die, die!
Takumi, you hesitated just now when you were trying to attack me. You can still hear my voice, then listen up.
Bad ending can't have been what you came back for, right? Then use your power to redo it. Come back and save me. Save us all one more time. All right then. Goodbye.
I would like to point out that Kurata, without her mask, by herself, took down all of the zombies. Takemaru died to 3 of them. God damn, girl! Is that... Yep. Alright, here it's time for the moment of truth. Slasher route, Kurata's last stand. Oh my god. It'll pop up when I go to save. Surely. Let's see. Okay, complete all the Clasher routes, finally. It's over. The nightmare is over. Oh my god. It's finally over. Why did that have so many routes and so many of them were bad? Holy moly. All right, we can't. I can't leave you stuck on this. Let's find somewhere else to. Okay. All these slasher. Okay. Slasher. So with this one though, like, the idea really is, I did them. This one, I think, is the first time where I felt like I really absolutely did these in the wrong order. Quote unquote. I mean, maybe. Yeah, probably. This is like the one time where I feel like you really got to do them in the right order. Because, like, I bet I would not have been as annoyed by the whole lengthy reveal. The Hiroko thing is still stupid and it's clearly not explained. But at least we would have had that ending where it's like, well, what happened in that ending? You know, I don't know. What did he mean by your objective and da-da-da-da-da and blah-da-blah-da-blah? But whatever. Where can we link? Right, this is still slasher route. So, comedy and slasher diverged here. So, wait a minute. Holy shit, this is the last branch we have to worry about not having Ato around anymore on, though. That's nice. That's kind of nice that we're going to be done with the no Ato routes. I say that there's probably... there's not really room for a lot. Maybe 1, maybe 2 routes. Like, from here... Yeah, like, maybe 1 route. And that's only if... Maybe 2 routes if this one right here is just an ending. All right, let's check it out, though. Let's get a peek. leave the school? No, fuck it.
Hey guys, listen. We can't listen to the message.
Why? The enemy could attack any day now. We can't just leave this place unprotected. Hey, didn't you come back from the future? That means you should know exactly when the enemy will attack, right? So when's the next attack? Next one is 3 days from now on day 7. Then what's the big deal with leaving this place empty until then? It's just a matter of going outside the wall of fire and coming back in 3 days, right? We'd be technically complying with what that message says, and the culprit wouldn't see a need to follow through with their threat. The next attack being 3 days away is what I remember from last time. But there's no guarantee the enemy will act the same way this time. Because you may have already changed the course of history by coming back to the past. Is that what you're trying to say? I nodded. There is another thing to consider. Can we really trust the culprit to keep their word and leave the academy alone while we're gone? We're talking about someone who did something that vicious to C-Ray before we even saw the message. We know that— oh no. That was Takumi, wasn't it? In the fucking Gi route, which means— oh no, we have another Gi route, don't we? Oh no, I thought I was free of this shit. There's no way a person like that's ever going to keep their word. Ergo, this has to be a trap. I got no clue who they could be. Only thing we can figure is that they're an invader trying to nab the baby in the defense room while we're gone. You just said you thought it was a prank. Shut up, things are different now that C-Ray's been wrecked. I personally think we should ignore the message. That'll launch the culprit into slaughter mode, right? Now that's the kind of show I'd pay through the nose to watch. My sad excuse of an existence will surely be the first thing to be eliminated. Oh, I am all for the idea, of course. After all, even the tiniest bacteria has more worth than an atomized speck of fractional dust like me. So, if we take a head count, there are 6 of us who want to stay. Takumi, Takemaru, the Darumi, Shoma, and the Tsukumo twins. If we're going by majority vote, then those who want to remain have already won, right? Seriously? Are you all out of your minds? Nobody's stopping you from going out there yourself, outside the wall of fire. I dare say that's what the culprit's really aiming for. Once they manage to isolate someone, the real fun begins. Gaku started shaking like a leaf. Erg. Alright, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you. In the end, we decided to ignore the message and remain at the academy. Nobody knew how the culprit would react. Just in case, we decided that everyone would move together as a unit during the day as a safety measure. Are we not gonna leave to get Nozomi and stuff? As we did, the sun soon set and night approached. I guess the announcements must be pre-recorded, huh? Yes, C-Ray told me about them earlier. Nothing happened in the end. Whoever wrote that message was just bluffing. Can you make up your mind? Do you want us to take the message seriously or not? Right now, no. The situation's changed. So I'm going back to my room to hit the set. Whoa. Did you just willingly trigger your own death flag? I ain't got time for this. We ain't in some freaking gamer movie. But there's no denying that the person who destroyed C-Ray is still around. Yes, hiding somewhere in the school. Or it's also possible they're hiding somewhere among us. Everybody abruptly stopped what they were doing after Hiroko's statement. We all glanced around, scrutinizing each other nervously. I see how it is. Safer for us all to sleep in our own rooms then? Well, at least that room's locked, so we don't have to worry about anyone killing him while we sleep. Hiroko was only mentioning the possibility. I refuse to believe the culprit could be one of us. Let's not start suspecting each other. We'd be playing directly into the culprit's hands. Told you they were just bluffing with that message. Whoever's behind it probably gets a kick out of seeing us run around like headless chickens, that's all. Tell that to C-Ray's mangled remains. C-Ray was targeted because he was a machine. Damaging a metal contraption is completely different than killing a flesh and blood person. Are you trying to say the culprit won't harm us because we're human? I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, I'm heading back to my room. Yo ho ho ho. Let's see what tomorrow morning brings. Takemaru and Darumi left after that, followed by Ima and Kako. As long as we are together, no one can hurt us. They held hands and left the cafeteria together. Good night, everyone. Sorry, my body is so poorly formed and can't fall asleep without a bed. Tsubasa and Shoma both said they didn't think the culprit would be among us, but as I watched them leave, it occurred to me that they probably had their suspicions. Hideko, Gaku, and I were the only ones left in the cafeteria. What? This is ridiculous. Why can't everyone see the best way to stay safe is to stick together? Everyone's already gone, though, except the three of us. If the two of you were working together, I'd probably be assaulted tonight. Of course I'm not. Get your mind out of the gutter. Right, on the other hand, I'd be the one in hot soup if you two are the ones behind this. We're not, but I have no way of proving that. I guess going back to our rooms to rest really is the only thing we can do now. Indeed, casting aspersions at each other here won't help us sleep any better. Fine, I'll go too, but only because there's no other choice. And so, we all went back to our rooms to turn in for the night. I tossed and turned restlessly on my bed. My eyes were closed, but sleep kept evading me. Who wrote that message and destroyed C-Ray? Is the culprit really one of us? No, there's no way. That means the culprit's still hiding somewhere in the school. He couldn't have escaped the wall of fire after destroying C-Ray and writing that message. Hang on, are we sure the person who wrote the message and the person who destroyed C-Ray are one and the same? Ah, there it is. So we're the ones who destroyed C-Ray. Not that we know that yet. But the message is someone else. We just automatically assumed so, but there's no indication that they are. If it wasn't the same person, then we're actually up against two different people. How did things end up like this? I ruffled my hair violently while curling up on my bed. Midnight was just around the corner. Soon it would be day 5. 12:55 a.m. Hasn't even been an hour since the new day began. A visitor at this time? At this place? In this location entirely contained within my room? Thinking it might be the culprit, I was unnerved until I realized this would give me a great chance to capture them. It could very well be someone asking for help too. Whoever it was, I had no reason to ignore them. Let's do this. Gathering my wits, I opened my room door cautiously. I looked around before stepping out. There was nobody to be seen anywhere. Was it a prank or hallucination? Just as I turned around to go back into the room. A sharp pain exploded at the back of my head, quickly rendering me unconscious.
Get ready for your 5th.
See, this would have been a good way to be freaky, like, you know,
Academy.
if they do not totally overuse the takumi, falls unconscious, and time passes thing. This would have been a great moment to do that, you know.
Prepare to.
Okay, so maybe Hideko just now took us for a brain scan or whatever. That would be my guess, because I'm pretty sure we're still, unfortunately, in where she traveled back. I noticed I was on my bed, even though I had lost consciousness. I was in my room last night. Was that a dream? Was I just half asleep? I touched the back of my neck as those thoughts went through my mind. A dull aching pain greeted me. Wasn't a dream. I stepped outside last night and someone jumped on me from above. They'd probably been hiding on the rooftop. They punched or kicked me, I'm not sure which, on the back of my head. But who and why? Was it the person who wrote that message that destroyed C-Ray? In that case, why am I still alive? And they even went out of their way to move me back to my bed. Just then, the door slammed violently open and Tsubasa ran inside. Takumi, it's Gaku! Gaku's. Oh, please tell me he's dead. What happened? Just go to the classroom on the first floor quickly. The same room we found the message in. I'll go get the others. No. I ran downstairs so quickly I thought I might trip and fall. Getting to the classroom was the only thing on my mind. Soon the classroom came within view. I dashed inside and what greeted me was...
What is this?
Does the fucking drones just not work inside the school building? Is that the idea? I'm sure we've seen other routes. No, we know they have, because Ato blowing up and whatever, when the whole mystery of the original route is predicated on the idea that Ato killed C-Ray, blew up, and then was revived. I could hear the others entering the classroom behind me.
No!
What the hell?
Mr. Maruko!
Why? Gaku? Hey, Gaku! Cut it out! This isn't funny at all! Open your eyes, man! Wake up!
What the hell killed him, though? It's like a bunch of wounds.
I said wake up, Gaku!
Darumi kept shaking Gaku's shoulders. He didn't respond, until she started shaking him harder. Yuko slowly put her arms around Darumi and gently pulled her away.
Hey! Why don't we just use the Revive-O-Matic? Right! If we move Gaku to the infirmary, we can...
I swear to God, if they say he's lost too much
It
blood.
won't work. The Revive-O-Matic can only revive a person who only just died. That's what it says in the manual. Can you define just?
Thank you.
It doesn't give a specific number, but definitely not 3 hours.
Why are you saying 3 hours?
3 hours?
You can tell by the dry and discolored blood. It's been at least 3 hours
It's not pink.
since he was killed. And besides, look at the amount of blood he's lost. You know how the Revive-O-Matic works.
No.
You need to have cryptoglobin in your body.
Ato literally exploded and came back. We couldn't just give up without doing anything. We moved Gaku's body to the infirmary, put him in a corpse recovery drone, and placed him in the Revive-O-Matic. However... Unfortunately, Gaku was right. The Revive-O-Matic's analysis monitor was located at the back of the device. We all looked at the information together. Cause of death. Hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death. Day 5 between... Why can it do that? And why have we never... So are we getting like a fucking murder mystery there? Multiple stab wounds on chest and abdomen. Murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 1 foot long. No, Kyoshika's not here yet. I was like, wait a minute. How big is the Holy Jumonji sword? But too much time had passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. Doesn't something seem off to you guys? Why didn't that corpse recovery drone do its job earlier? You're right. If the drone had flown over to collect Gaku's body the moment he died, this wouldn't have happened. Upon hearing that, I would like to know as well, Tsubasa sprang into action. She went back to the analysis monitor. After fiddling with the terminal for a while, she took several steps back in shock. The drone itself is working correctly, but someone has overwritten the program that controls it. What? The code is too difficult to hack even for me. There's no way we can restore the original programming now. The new settings say that the drone doesn't activate if an SDU member dies outside of a defensive battle. Did this happen before?
You can't be serious.
Who would do such a thing? Do you even need to ask? It's obviously the same person who killed Gaku. I mean, that makes sense. Silence filled the air, and nobody spoke for a while. Then Takemaru mumbled something.
Shit, this is all my fault. I kept insisting the culprit was bluffing. Gaku wouldn't have died if I'd believed him.
I don't know about that. The same thing may have happened even if we had all slept together in the cafeteria last night. And maybe things would have been worse. What do you mean? I'll explain later. Right, because now is the time to be cryptic and mysterious. A few hours later, we managed to regain our composure somewhat and started cleaning up the classroom. It just didn't seem right to leave all that blood on the floor. I also made sure to thoroughly check for possible clues that might lead us to the murderer while we cleaned. Ultimately, we came up to the realization that the killer had left nothing behind. No footprints, no bodily fluids, not even a single strand of hair. Once we were done, we decided to take care of the message as well. The message that was the cause of everything. The mere sight of it nauseated me. We angrily and vigorously scrubbed the message with solvents until it disappeared. Tsubasa and Shoma crying as they worked. Before we knew it, the sun had already set. We were surrounded by darkness. Then we started our next task, transporting Gaku's dead body from the infirmary to the morgue. Why is there a morgue if... Never mind.
Huh? Hey, why are we moving his body here?
Shouldn't we be giving him a dignified burial? The corpse is a silent witness who never lies. Burying it would mean losing valuable clues.
That reminds me. You mentioned that you were trying to become a detective in my previous timeline. And then Ima said he was your brilliant, talented assistant or something.
I said that? Yes.
Now, do you believe me that I've traveled back in time?
I'm not sure. That's not particularly convincing evidence. Am I right to assume you're interested in helping out with the investigation, Gakko? Yes. Then share your observations with us, great detective. Who is the most likely suspect in your eyes? It's gonna be Takumi, right? Wait, we need to figure things like this out step by step. She tapped a finger on her temple. First of all, Tsubasa was the first person to find the body, right? Yeah, I woke up before the morning announcement, so I went to the classroom on the first floor. Why? I was trying to see if we'd missed any clues that could have pointed us to the identity of the person who wrote the message. And I found Gaku on the floor, like that, Herc. The question is, why did the killer murder him so brutally? He was stabbed multiple times in the chest and abdomen. Killing him had been the objective. They could have simply aimed directly for the heart. This number of stab wounds usually indicates some sort of powerful personal grudge. It feels more like anger than a grudge to me. The killer is the same person who wrote the message, right? And they got angry because we didn't follow their instructions.
Or the fella's just trying to make an example out of someone. Thinking they can strike fear in our hearts by killing someone in the most visceral way possible. I think their objective was even simpler than that. Pray tell. To bleed as much cryptoglobin out as possible so that we couldn't possibly revive Gaku even if we found his body right away. That would mean the killer is very familiar with the Special Defense Unit's members and how our bodies work, so that's Takumi. Oh, in short, there's a very high probability that the killer is one of us. Everyone fell silent at that, but nobody seemed as shaken up as they were yesterday, as if they had already come to this conclusion deep inside. That's why, back at the infirmary, I said things would have been worse if we had all slept together in the cafeteria. Because the killer would have assassinated everyone in their sleep? Yes, after drugging us with sleep medicine or something. That's unthinkable. It's just not possible. One of us here is the killer? The alarm didn't sound. That means nobody has breached the Academy's defenses unless it's Dalsha. Oh, and before you bring it up, no, Eito couldn't have done it either. Because she walked up to one of the dead bodies, stood in front of it, and promptly pulled off the sheet that was covering it.
See? He's not breathing and has no pulse. It's literally impossible for Eito to be the killer. And oh!
Everyone saw what Gaku's estimated time of death on the Revive-O-Matic was. Yes, I think it was between 1 and 4 last night. I'm going to have to ask each and every one of you where you were and what you were doing at that time. Everyone said they had been sleeping in their own rooms other than Ima. Ima was, I was sleeping in my dear sister's room, which means only my dear sister and I have valid alibis. The testimony of a sibling is unreliable. What if it's you two? Yes, I was expecting you to say that.
Wait, so none of us have proper alibis?
Hang on, nobody's asked Takumi where he's been yet. Oh, right, what about you, Takumi? I mean, your answer's probably gonna be the same. I hesitated for a moment. Telling the truth would make me seem questionable, but if it ever came to light that I lied this time, I'd definitely look suspicious then. So I decided to go ahead and tell everyone what happened to me last night at around 1 a.m.
Say what? Someone came out of nowhere and knocked you out?
And then you woke up to the sound of the morning announcement in your bed. Yes, more or less.
The person who knocked me out had to be the killer.
Why only tell us about this now? Couldn't find a good time to bring it up. Really, but so much time has already passed since we found Gaku's body. Everyone looked at me with suspicion in their eyes, causing my heart to beat faster. Telling the truth, please believe me. So you say, but that time-traveling thing has got to just be a big fat lie. Yes, you killed Eito for some reason and made up the tall tale in order to justify your actions. No, that would actually explain why Sea Ray was destroyed too.
Sea Ray was the only one present when Eito was killed. He was the only one who knew the truth.
And Sea Ray tried to blackmail Takumi using that incident. Takumi destroyed him in order to silence him. Why would I do that? And what about the message? I was the first one to propose we stay at the academy. Besides, there's no reason for me to kill Gaku. Absolutely no reason at all. You're coming apart at the seams. Nobody said anything about you killing Mr. Maruko. You were all looking at me as if you thought I was the killer. What? Hugo, say something. I spent hours trying to prove my innocence to the others, but there was nothing convincing I could use to clear my name. Takemaru, Darumi, Shoma, and the Tsukumo twins were especially unwilling to give me any benefit of the doubt.
Oh.
Well then, sister dearest, let us fall asleep under the same roof again tonight. Yes, like I said before, it's more dangerous for everyone to be sleeping together. Sleeping with the person you trust the most is the best way to deal with this.
Takemaru, will you please allow this worm to burrow in your room tonight?
What are you saying?
You're the person I trust the most. Are you afraid that I may actually be the killer?
Don't be stupid, you idiot. I'd just kill you right back. That means I'm staying in Mistress Hinako's room tonight. You could kill me anytime you please, my mistress. I'm sorry, but you're on your own.
But why?
You may end up killing me for all I know. Besides, I've already been reserved by someone else. Someone else? Hinaco is staying with me tonight. Oh, your only option left is Takumi. Absolutely not. I am not going to throw myself into the arms of a serial killer. I have standards on who gets to kill me, you know. Everyone retired to their chosen rooms after deciding on sleeping arrangements.
Well, this is sure a fun way to get things started. Where's it gonna go from here? I don't know, but until next time, I'm afraid this is gonna have to be farewell!
Please, please, please don't involve the fucking Gi in this. Here, you know what? I'm gonna stop actually. You know what they could do here? Be like, hey, you know what? Takumi, not being trusted by anyone, goes to the second to last defense academy, because aren't we supposed to be doing that like around now anyway? Like what is happening there? I don't know. Anyway, until next time, this is gonna have to be farewell.